What's up guys, Nick here on behalf of Savage Gear, and I want to show you something cool. This is our new DC Frog, and that doesn't stand for Derek Chambers or Donald Cumberland. It stands for dual chamber. What dual chamber is, it's a separate pocket for the hook right here, to where it means this frog's not going to suck up a bunch of water. I mean, I've swamped this thing, slamming it down against the surface of the water, and it hasn't sucked up a drip on me yet. And this is the walking version, and I almost wished we called it the heavy cover version, because this thing is by far the best skipping frog I have ever used. I'll show you some of the really cool features about this bait and why I believe it's the best skipping frog, but it's really cool when it sits in the water. It sits at like that angle right there where those hook points are kind of like that, so where you have a natural lean back when it stops. So if you're walking it and it stops, the frog goes to lean back. When that bass sucks it up, it's going to drop down easier instead of having a neutral buoyancy. Yeah, I mean a more surface buoyancy like that, to where they're trying to suck down a bobber. No, it's going to turn and slide to them. Really stout, heavy duty hooks like that. And I want you to notice they're pre-forked. And what does forked mean? That means instead of pointing perfectly level, they're pointed up some to help jam into the roof of the bass's mouth. Now, how did we combat that in the design of the frog? You'll see that little hump in the back right there, and a little divot right here in front of the head. This hump, you'll see there's an edge on that frog where these hook points are designed to sit into. That really, really helps when you're slamming that frog into structure or cover, for the hooks to sit right in their little pocket right here and prevent them from sliding forward with that back. So you're protected, you have hook points already pointed up. Now, originally we said, let's go with a little softer frog, and I was like, no, I think you're onto something right here. My buddy Jose was designing this sucker, and he's like, let's make a smaller head with the fatter body to help it walk better. And it does. You can walk this frog in place like no other. But I said, okay, if we lower the concave right there, that divot I'm talking about, when a bass grabs it head first, now you can set the hook as hard as you want. Unless you prefer setting the hook like your grandma, maybe that's the thing for you. But when I'm fishing a frog, I want to drill them as hard as I can. I want to show out for my GoPro or my buddies with me and rip them out of that heavy cover. So that smaller head's the focal point. They grab it, now you drill them, that compresses the frog. So we have a slightly stiffer body, and I love skipping a frog. You can fire this through the heaviest of cover, and those points are not hanging up on tree branches. You don't need to modify that frog at all. You can trim the legs if you want. Sure, maybe, but it doesn't matter. This thing's still gonna walk even with full length legs right here. So you have a great option, guys. You guys always know Savage Gear kills it on the color. This is like a translucent one right here. I'm gonna pick up a frog. I have 38 to 40, I kind of lost count over 30 on this white one right here. I've knocked a little bit of paint off, but you can see there is no tears in that plastic whatsoever. We're gonna show you some footage of me slamming it through the trees and skipping all day long and physically ripping the fish out of the heaviest of stuff. So if you guys haven't checked it out yet, make sure to check out the Savage Gear DC Frog. You're gonna fall in love with it like I did. I need to go catch some more fish. I'll talk to you guys later.